Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Insight. This is your friend Julius Obregon, and it's so exciting again tonight because I have a lot of things and insights to share with you. So, welcome po sa ating program to our friends in the Philippines. I'd like to say good morning, and it's a Sunday na po dyan sa inyo, and I hope that you had a great week. And ito naman sa California and to our friends in the world. I'd like to say good evening and welcome to Insight with yours truly, Julius Obregon. This program is about sharing my views and my takeaway thoughts about life and about lifestyles, business, and culture and community at lahat po yan. No? So tonight is a very exciting topic. How to start your side hustle. How to start your side hustle. No, in this year, and let's face it, if we are honest, it has been a tough year for all of us, financially, emotionally, and physically. No? uh, the economy is, as they say, is good, but let's face it, it's not really as good as we expected. Maybe it's good for those who are on the upper set, no? But tayo pong mga common tao, we have to admit and to confess that it has been a tough year for us, and we look forward that next year, which is just a couple of weeks from now, by the grace of God, things would change for the better. And one of the reasons that I chose to talk about to start your side hustle is this. You know, in today's dynamic and ever evolving economy, uh, we are increasingly individuals are increasingly seeking for opportunities to make extra income. Why? Because yung po sinasabi nila na we live, many people, individuals, or even families are living paycheck to paycheck. All right. So I think that the best way for us to probably seek or to dive into some opportunities for us to um, have extra income or to supplement our income, no, is to look for great and wonderful side hustle. No? Side hustles can be called or named in many words. No? Yung side hustle is a slang. No? It can also be called side gig or sa atin sa Pilipinas o dito sa ating mga nakaugalian na natin, ano ba ang sideline mo? Sideline ko lang ito. So, deriving from the word side, meaning to say it is not the main thing that you are doing, or it's not the main source of income for you. That's why it's called side. You know? On the side, parang kumakain tayo ng salad. Yung dressing po ay on the side. No? Na yung hustle, hindi pa yung hustle na HASSLE. Iba po ibig sabihin nun, hustle. That's a different story and a different meaning. Hustle, which you can see behind me, means to take advantage of something speedily, no, mabilis, no. It's something that you have to hold on and to grab because there is an urgency to act on whatever these side hustles would be. There are so many side hustles, no, mga kaibigan, sa mundo natin. And I will share with you uh, how to start the best side hustle for you. Many people tried to do side hustles, no? And at the end of the day, it did not work. No, it did not flourish. Hindi kumita, hindi nangyari because we are evolving in a changing market behavior. No, so it is crucial, my dear friends, if you are thinking of something to do over what you're doing right now, which is very, very wise, particularly for 2024, awang Panginoon Diyos, I would recommend and I would advise that if you are falling short or you are experiencing a financial crunch, like many of us, including yours truly, um, there is wisdom or wisdom shouts that we need to find the most suitable side hustle for you to supplement or to add income on the side over on top of what you're doing right now. Now, there are many things I like to share with you because hindi po ganun kadali yun, no? Some people call this DIY, nakikita niyo sa Facebook, DIY, do it yourself or doing things yourself. Parang napakadali, di ba? But many try these DIYs and be careful po na hindi ho kayo masway, ma-convince ng mga ads na yan. No? Na para bang pinapakita nila na it's just very as easy as this. Minsan yung mga terminology nila is hindi nakapanipaniwala. No? As easy as a click, as easy as ABC. If you buy and subscribe, you will learn how to do this and to do that. Well, my dear friends, maybe some people are fit or are cut for that kind of do-it-yourself opportunity. But contrary to many who thought that the DIYs are just as easy as what they think. So I like to share with you as a businessman myself who have been doing these things also para po ma-experience ninyo ang joy at the pleasure of succeeding in what you're doing. Now, again, balik tayo dun sa side hustle. No? Not everyone uh, ay fit po, ay sukat doon sa side hustle. No? How? First of all, before you do anything, sidelines, side gigs, side hustles, whatever, sa ating slang sa Tagalog, racket. Sa mapakinggan, kung ano man ang racket mo, no? Well, that's just a term, no? Hindi naman magandang pakinggan, but it's just a term. So, I like to share with you tonight valuable suggestions, no? Kung ano po pwede ninyong tingnan at ipag-pray ninyo kung na pwede ninyong gawin uh, next year, no, for 2024, so that you can approach or experience an optimal, what do you call this, financial gains. No? Now remember, ang side hustle po ay hindi po milyunan at libo-libong kikitain natin dito. It has to start somewhere. No? Now, I will also talk to you how to start and how to evaluate the best side hustle for next year if you feel and you believe that you need to do this. Now, I will also share with you the difference of the do it yourself programs or platforms na para bang it's so easy, it's too good to be true. And I'll share with you some of my thoughts about that because I've tried it, my dear friends. But here's what is paramount. What's important is this: before you consider any sidelines or side hustles or freelancing work, you have to identify what's this. You have to identify your skills and your passions. Why? You know, sometimes sa sobra nating excitement or we're in dire need for to supplement our income. Who doesn't? No? I mean, sinungaling na po nagsabi na unless na mayaman na po talaga kayo. Well, congratulations, praise God. No? But majority of Americans, hindi lang ho tayo, of Americans are living, paycheck to paycheck. And there are many millions of individuals who are looking towards something that they could generate an additional income. But there is a science to that, no? Uh, Hiwalay ko muna yung I'll start with do it yourself, no? As I say that it is important to identify your skills. See, identify your skills. Now let's talk about website building, no? Web building. Kung makikita po niyo yan sa internet, no? Ang dami yung sa feed niyo may mga magpa-pop up dyan. Create a website in just a click of your fingers, you know, and create your own website and templates and this and that, and and in less than an hour or less than a day, you can create a very nice website. Well, alam niyo, parang napakadali, no? But hindi po ganun kadali yan. Subukan ninyo, no? Uh, you try. I'm not talking against any company, no? But there are many independent website builder platforms, no? Magsa-subscribe ka, and then yes, nadudun lahat po yung templates, no? Parang ready to go. But that is not the thing that is far more important than that. It's the skills. Kung hindi ho kayo marunong ng it, I agree, no, that these website building platforms does not require coding. No, I don't even know coding. No? But thanks to my experience and my skills during the 90s, way back po sa Pilipinas and the 80s, no, yours truly worked for advertising agencies before, or at least collaborated with them, and I formed and I put up my own advertising agency. It's a boutique, and I learned design and I learned how to be creative because of my employees, no, and my artists. Magagaling itong mga batang ito. So I observe how they do it. But that time, hindi pa ho uso itong mga AI, no, at saka yung mga all of these apps na available ngayon na do it yourself. Wala, no? It's all skills. And thanks to that, and kudos to my colleagues that time who are really skilled, natuto po ako doon sa kanila. So, fast forward the 2000s, itong modern technology na natin, naiintindihan ko na po sapagkat I've been there. So, I know the basics and then I progress to a little bit improvement towards professional. No? And thanks to all these tools, no, hindi ko sinasabing hindi maganda yan, but it is oversold. It is para bang when they roll out the fact of doing it yourself, a website, para bang it's too easy, But many people started it, hindi nila matapos. Why? Because it takes more than just clicks and downloads and uploads and templates. It takes skills, my dear friends. You have to have a reasonable amount or measure or degree of skills and know how to be able to create a website, let alone to write the contents of a website. You don't want to cut and paste, no, yung mga content ng ibang website. It paste niyo sa ginagawa ninyo. No, you'll be in trouble with plagiarism and AI. I'll talk about that later. But it's not as easy as you think. If you try it, you will get stuck along the way. Akala po nila, you just get a website, what do you call this, get a template, and then put the text, but hindi po ganun kadali yun. Now, once you start now to animate, yung tinatawag natin flash, no? Yung gumagalaw, you want the words and the videos to be more creative. I tell you, my friends, no matter how available these tools are, it demands, skills, creativity, and passion. Creativity, it's one thing for you to be technically equipped, no? Alam mong paikutin, alam mong pindutin, alam mong all these technical jargons, no? But if you do not have the creativity, what color will you use for the backgrounds? What kind of image would I use? What kind of fonts, no? And how can I move these fonts and to transform this and to what you call this to um, to move this from one side to another and then to transition. That is skills. Hindi na po yan do it yourself. No? So you get stuck. So what do? You call technical support. No? And then at the end of the day, mapipilitan mo kayong bayaran sila sapagkat hindi pa naman totoo yung sinasabi nila. I'm not saying this negatively to besmirch these companies. No, they mean good, but it takes skills. So before you can start a reasonable, you have to assess your skills. No, if you like to start a side hustle, no, may skill ba ako? Do I have the talent? Do I have the creative talent to create maybe a T-shirt? Yan pa isang side hustle maganda, uh, on demand, no? Or POD, we call it print on demand, no? So you can start a T-shirt business with print on demand. Hindi naman po ikaw nagdi-design ng print, eh. Binibili mo rin, tapos papadala mo dun sa company na POD, print on demand, then they will print it for you. Pabayaran mo ng katakot-takot yun. May sobrang na pong taas, di mo na maibenta. Di ba? Rather than if you have the skills to design your own t-shirts, and to press your own t-shirts, uh, I tried that and I'm still in it. Kaya ko sinishare sa inyo because I have the skills, thank God, and I have the tools and the equipment to create merch, t-shirts, mugs, plates, everything, name it, I can do it. Because first of all, I have the skills of creativity. It's a gift na binigay sa akin. I did not finish design. I did not take IT or science, technology or science. Hindi po. I was gifted with an eye. No? Minsan po, yung gift ng eye, no? Kumbaga sa mga doktor, yung clinical eye, nakikita nila yung hindi mo nakikita. Yan po ay blessing pagka yumbo kayo. I was blessed with that. If I'm asked by my clients to do this, I can create it quickly because ang daming nasa mind ko, sa experience ko. But if you do not have the skills, it will take you 1 hour sitting down in front of your computer. You don't even know where to start. And they can tell you, it's do it yourself. Parang sinabi nila, oh, magbayad ka, bahala ka na. All right, done with the do it yourself. Let's talk now about itong side hustles. There are many legitimate, reasonable side hustle that can really contribute to us financially. No, one is if you love driving, which at my age now, hindi ako masyadong mahilig mag-drive. Maybe nung bata ka pa, the first time you drove, remember that? You like to drive every day kasi first time. But after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, ayaw mo na mag-drive. Sinabi ng tatay mo, drive mo ko doon. Nakasimangot, nagmamaktol ka because you don't want to drive anymore because it's tiresome, no? But if you have the spare time, one of the biggest and the greatest side hustles is to deliver food. If you have extra time, okay, you can enroll sa Grubhub o yung mga delivery drivers, no? They make good money. I know some friends who do that, but they make money. You know, just going to the restaurant, pick up the food and deliver it to people, and they get a commission or they make money. And you know what? If you are really patient, you can make about $200-300 a week. Wow, that's 1,200 a month, my dear friend, added to your income as a side hustle. But remember, choosing the side hustle is critical and crucial because do not go to a place where you do not have the skills. Kung hindi ko kayo marunong mag-drive, huwag ko kayong mag-Uber driver. Hindi ka marunong mag-drive. So, yan pa, you can share driving like Uber, Lyft, o ano man dyan. I tried that po. You won't believe it. I tried that. Nag-Lyft ako, nag-Uber, ay hindi po ako tumagal. 2 linggo po lang bumigay na ako. Why? I'm not cut for that. Okay, I'm a good driver, but I'm not really good in direction, let alone malabo ng mata ni Pastor J. So, yung yung aking customer o yung aking uh, yeah, ang customer ko, yung passenger ko nag-aantay sa akin, eh, nalagpasan ko na ho ng katakot-takot. Pagdating ko sa kanya, galit din siya sa akin, bakit ang tagal ko? You see, so tinigil ko yun. So I tried many things, my dear friends, until you really identify and begin by assessing your skills, your passions. Why passion? Do not do any side hustle that hindi mo nagugustuhan, napipilitan ka lang dahil sa pera. No. I tell you, matagal na pong 1 week, hindi kayo magtatagal. Bakit? It's not your passion, you know. You're not passionate about what you're doing. Anything that we do not have passion, I tell you, is going to be devastating at the end. Determine what you excel at. Saan ka magaling? You know, determine kung saan ka magaling. Kung hindi ka marunong mag-drawing, eh huwag mong pasukan yung mag-drawing kasi hindi ka nga magaling mag-drawing. You know, if you if you do not know how to sing, eh, ang boses mo, eh, I mean, forgive me for saying this, no? Eh, wag na ako kayong kumanta. Huwag na kayo mag-apply ng singer o mag-trying hard because you are not designed for that. Even the Bible says that each one of us were blessed or given with a certain degree or measure of blessing. No? Some can sing, some can teach, some can drive, some can write, some can think. All of us were given a certain measure of talent. I do not believe that there is a monopoly of talent. Hindi po. Don't ever think that I talk like this because I'm a singer, you know, I'm an accomplished singer. No, it's a gift given to me. And I passionately acted on it, you know. And I recognized and I realized that it was a gift given to me, including my creative hands. No? I design, I create, websites and designs, graphics, uh, just because of my passion and my experience skills. No? The rest will follow, sabi nila, no? Eh kahit na po, graduate po kayo ng Harvard sa technology o no, eh wala ka namang gana, you don't like it, you won't make it. So remember, skills and identifying what you are good at, no? Saan ka ba magaling? Magaling ako magluto. Oh, yun pala eh. Then mag-side hustle ka, no? Mag-bake ka and then gumawa ka ng mga yung mga dessert sa mga sa Pilipinas natin, yung mga ating mga delicacies na mga uh, sweets. No? Why don't you bake and do that and then sell it? You know? Kasi magaling ka rin. Eh. Alam nyo, ay kasi wala akong packaging. Wala na akong problema ang packaging ngayon. You can go to Amazon, the place where you can buy from needles to airplanes. It's all there. You can buy boxes, you can buy all of these packaging, what do you call this, materials that you need. Not even marami. No? Ang iba kasi, oh, baka kailan mag-order ako ng 3,000 packet, no? At Amazon, hindi po, kahit na 5 lang, isa lang ang bilhin nyo, pwede. So, if you know how to cook, you know how to bake, that is a good side hustle, mga kaibigan, no? Lalo na po sa mga kababaihan, no? If you're good at in cooking or baking, that's a good thing to consider as a side hustle, no? Freelancing is ang freelancing po ngayon is the number one deal. Kasi ang mga freelancers po, kaya nga free, no? And lancing, freelancing, pwede kang umikot-ikot, no? So, you are not pegged to one set of business or customer base, no? Kasi freelance ka eh. Hindi ka nakatali sa isang grupo, isang kumpanya, you know, but you can do wherever, whatever, whenever. Yan po ang freelancing. But again, ang bottom line po niyan is, do you have the skills? Have you identified your skills? Can you do it? Now, it's one thing to say, I can do it. It's another to say, I'm good in doing it. Hello, no? Wag po kayo ma-offend. But it's one thing to say that, oh, I can do that. I can paint. I can write. I can sing. I can dance. Yes, we all can. But the other thing is that, are you good at it? Magaling ka ba? That people will draw to you, that your customers will pay what you can do for them. That's another thing. So when you choose a side hustle, ang basis mo niyan palagi, yung capacity mo to do it. You know, anong gift mo? You know, alam niyo, tayo pong, lalo na po sa culture natin, tayo mga Pilipino, I'm so proud to be a Filipino. Why? Because we are a blessed set of culture people who are talented, no? Marami tayong alam gawin, you know? Kasi diyan tayo magaling. Ang problema lang po, many of our of individuals, our friends sa kultura po natin, they don't use those talent, no? Parang ayaw nilang ilabas sa baul. You know, it's just like opening an old chest box and bringing out all the gifts that God gave you. And you will recognize, my dear friends, you will realize that as you dive into the treasures that God has given us as a blessing, talent, doon mo, uy, marunong pala akong maganito. Bakit di ko naisip ito? Because you never dared to do it. So here's my advice. You know, seek and delve on the things and assess the things that you can do and where you're good at. Mayroon po kayong talent, alam ko yan. There must be something in you, my dear friends. Ito po ako, naniniwala ako na wala pong linalang ang Panginoon Diyos na bobo. Totoo yan. Walang nilalang po ang Diyos na bobo. Ang mga bobo ay tamad. Ayaw mag-aral, ayaw kumilos, kaya nabobobo sila. But God gave us every measure of faith, pananampalataya, at talento para po na magamit natin for His glory. And likelihood po, pag nagamit na discovery niyo, you can use that. You can drive, you can be a freelancer, you can paint, you can, do gardening. Marami po pwedeng gawin, mga kaibigan. Ito pang isang, I think, one of the most sad deterrent to that. No, there are people who feel less if they do side hustle. Kahit na po hirap na hirap tayo, kailangan na natin ng extra income. Ayaw natin gawin kasi nakakahiya. Wow! You know, there's no room for pride and conceit, brothers and sisters, mga kaibigan, when it comes to our needs and let alone for our families. No? So, sit down and assess yourself. No, most of us can drive. Then mag-drive ka, mag-lift ka. For as long as you are physically capable, no? Hindi ko pa sinasabing pag may sakit kayo, mag-drive kayo. Remember, this is not an advice show or a financial advising. No, hindi po. These are just my comment because I'm a commentator. No? So why don't you do that? No? And look for things that kaya mong gawin. Next, no? Dalawa na lang. Next is do some research of market trends, no? Ang iba kasi pasok ng pasok sa negosyo without searching the market trends. You know, that is what you call niche finding, no? So if something comes up to your mind na alam mong gawin, magaling ka doon, saan mo ibibenta? Saan mo ilalapit? Saan mo ilalako? Where would you market this? Or where would you roll back this concept, this idea, this service, this product? So you need to do a little bit of market research about trends. No, madali po yan. Mag-research po kayo, go to Google Trends. No, type niyo po sa browser niyo, Google Trends. Nandoon po lahat ng mga trending ng mga kumikita ng mga side hustles. So, tingnan mo yun, no? Wow, ito, alam ko ito. You saw something there, oh, I can do this. You know, don't worry about materials. Don't worry about tools. They're now available in this ultra modern society that we belong. Di ba? Lahat ngayon ay meron na eh. Katulad yung AI, di ba? Ang dami ng AI ngayon. Parang halos umupo ka na lang, gagawin na ng AI para sa'yo, which is hindi naman tama, right? Because AI is not a human being. It is trained. Just as a side lang ito, a side comment ko lang po ito. Thank you to AI. It's very helpful to everybody. Even lawyers use AI. Even technology companies use AI. No? Writers do use AI. I do use AI, but remember, only to the extent that it can give you a guide, you know. But you cannot just type, sabi na, just type one word and it can write a book. Hello? Uy, isang lead word lang, susulat niya ang buong libro. Come on, no? And yan po makikita niyo sa feeds niyo sa Facebook. Write your book, you know. I did that. So just recently, I published my book. Not because of the artificial intelligence, because that was my passion noon pa, mga kaibigan. You know, there is a saying that if you want a man who is successful, first is to have a son. No, no, no. But is to marry, mag-asawa. No? Second is to have a son. Okay, I had a daughter, I had also a son. So now na-complete ko yun, no? Na-fulfill yun by the grace of God. No? I have a wonderful wife, and then I have a son and a daughter. So yung son, kailan lalaki, ay natupad po sa akin. No? Next daw is what? Plant a tree. To plant a tree. I have not planted a tree yet, but maybe someday I can. Ironically, my father is an agriculturist, but I've never planted a tree. Okay, nag-plant kami noon, tinuruan ako ng daddy ko. Siguro ngayon po, may mataas pa sa akasya yung na-plant ko noon. But at least, masasabi ko, I planted a tree. And then finally, write a book. So praise God, na-fulfill ko pa yung mga bucket lists ko, no? I'm married, I had a wonderful wife, I have great children. I have a son. And then I planted a tree. Ewan ko kung anong klaseng tree yun, kung Christmas tree yun. But at least nagawa ko. And then write a book. And I did that. Not because of all this technology availability, but because it's my passion. Noon pa po, no high school pa lang po ako, talaga pong I like literature, I like to write. I like to talk. Modesty aside, you know, I always win awards in extemporaneous speech. You know, extemporaneous is bibigyan ka ng teacher mo, bubunot ka ng nakalukot na papel, di ba? Then may topic yon, you have to talk without preparation. That's extemporaneous, no? And I was blessed with that. So now I know what I know, but it doesn't mean I know everything. I know what I know. I encourage you, my dear friends, to research. Saan mo ibabaling yung side hustle mo? Sa mga Pilipino, sa kapitbahay mo, sa next county, whatever. But you have to have a what you call this, a guiding point, no? So that you can navigate all of these possibilities. But again, I always repeat this, baka sawa na ho kayo, you must have the skills to do anything if you want to succeed. Now, if you do not have the skills, you know what's going to be the outcome, right? It's half-baked. Kasi wala kang gana at hindi mo alam. But there are so many things, my dear friends, that you can do as your side hustle. Now, ito nang last po, ang questions ng iba. So, I am working. Maybe okay, you're a worker, you're employed. Are you allowed to do sidelines or side hustles by your employer? Well, I'll tell you this. Some employers do not allow that. Or if they do, they will give you a certain limit of exposure or time that you can do side hustling. Okay? Number two, on that same point, employers doesn't want you to do what's this? A side hustle that is in complete competition to what you're doing in your workplace. No? So, for example, po, you're working in a bakery, no, or in a bake shop. Tapos ang side hustle mo, nagbebenta ka ng bread and cake. Eh di competition ka dun sa ginagawa mo. You'll be in trouble there, no? So, maybe you do something that you're passionate to do. You know why I say this? Because many people who are working, hindi naman talaga nila yung gusto nila eh. I mean, let's face it, not all people who have jobs enjoy their jobs. Hello, you know? But everybody needs a job. And yun lang ang naging available. So, tinanggap mo na lang kahit na hindi po yun ang passion mo. But thank God pa rin, may trabaho kayo. No? Well, but side hustle is something that you know what to do, how to do, where to do it. Yan pong side hustles. No? Now, pwede bang mag-side hustle kayo if you are working? Yes, you can. For as long as it does not be incongruent, no, salungat doon po sa trabaho at ginagawa ninyo. No, I would always preserve and to consider my present job right now, if I were you, sacred, no, kesa po yung pumasok ako into something that is going to be a thing that I would regret later. But can you do side hustles? Yes. Is that legal? Yes, it is legal. In most states, particularly here in California, side hustling is legal. No? For as long as the nature of what you're doing is not illegal, right? Now, let's talk about taxes. Pastor, yung bang yung bang kikitain ko sa side hustle ko, the income that I'm going to make from my side hustle, am I taxable? Well, I'll tell you, my dear friends. First of all, we cannot run away from Uncle Sam. You know that, no? So, it is just, I agree, na kailangan po, even yung mga tips, kailangan po, pag naipon mo na yan, that is income. You know, you cannot say, ibigay sa akin to, tip ko sa restaurant, tip ko sa kwan. You have to report that as income. And same with side hustle. No? The IRS will classify you as a business. I repeat, the IRS will classify you as a business when you are already earning $668 up per month. Hindi na po yan side hustle. No? It's already a business. More often than not, people refuse to pay their taxes based on their side hustles. You don't want that. No? Again, I just want to make clear, I'm not giving a financial advice. I'm not an expert in taxes. I'm just speaking based on what I do and my research po. No? I think it's just plain common sense and our moral values that will tell us na you have to pay your taxes because you made money, right? Now, lastly po ito, can your side hustle become a major source of income? You will come to the point, my dear friends, that you can find that your sideline, your side hustle, yung freelancing niyo, yung gig mo ay mas lucrative pa sa ginagawa mo. Hindi ka pa nagkakasakit. Why? Less and stress because you enjoy what you're doing. No? So, it will come to a point, God willing, and I pray po mangyari sa inyo, that you choose a side hustle that will ultimately and eventually become a bona fide business. And that is the time when you need to formulate or to put a personality po sa business ninyo na sideline. No? You have to get a permit, and then maybe you can form an LLC that would give you more protection as far as your persona is concerned. But I would not talk so much on that because I'm not an expert on that. No, I'm just giving you a bird's eye view of what to do that. But I'll close with this. Are you looking for something that would augment your income, my dear friends? I encourage you to consider doing side hustle. You can do a side hustle by putting a podcast or making a show on YouTube. No, again, you cannot expect to be successful kung wala ka pong viewers tsaka followers, di ba? It's easy to go live. It's easy to go on YouTube. That's why, have you not noticed this mga influencers sa YouTube, bago po sila magsimula sa influencing deal nila sa inyo, they will also say subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Gusto nila mag-subscribe kayo kasi hindi sila magtatagal kung wala silang subscribers because they're not going to be paid by YouTube if they have less than a certain regulated or allowed or what you call this specified number of viewers. Now, you don't even have to go that far. Look around you, look at yourself. What can you do now that you have skills with? My dear friend, I believe If you're listening attentively, I will tell you this, my friends. You have you have a gift in you. Maybe you have not just discovered it, but now is the time. Pray about that. So in 2024 po, malaking bagay po yan para madagdagan po yung income natin. Sideline. Hindi po nakakaya yan. People think it's being less of a man, less of a woman na may sideline sila. Huwag niyo pagpapaniwalaan yung nagkukunwari na okay sila pero hindi naman. That is hypocrisy. People will respect you more if you're honest and tell them exactly where you are financially, emotionally, physically. Do your side hustle, my friends. Marami. But remember, assess your talents and your skills because side hustle is rewarding. It has great rewards in front of you, my dear friends. So I pray na ang na-share ko po sa inyo ngayon ay nakapagdulot sa iyo ng konting insight para po kayo ay magsimula ng inyong side hustle. Don't forget to let me know kung ano po yung side hustle ninyo. Baka ako'y maging una niyong customer. God bless. This is Pastor J here at Insight. See you next time.